She has a history of damaging your stuff?
She's kind of clumsy, irresponsible, and she's volatile.
First of all,
whoa.
I'm an exotic dancer, so I'm stuck with all the bills.
You're not answering my question.
She treats me like a slave.
Our plaintiff is Fernando Rodriguez. The defendant, Giselle Reyes, says Fernando left the computer on the edge of a table and it accidentally fell. She has no plans to pay him back.
Okay, I have Mr. Rodriguez suing Ms. Reyes.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Please explain it to me.
Well, Your Honor, I met Giselle a couple years ago back in Chicago. Little did I know that she had a lot of emotional jealousy issues. She would think that I was cruising the street. She would come scratch up my car.
First of all,
Whoa.
the rules are he cannot go out unless I say, because he has to watch my son at specific times. And he has to do everything else that I say, because I paid $3,000 of bills. I paid for all his meals. It's like having a second child.
Louis, is that any way to treat a lady that put a house over your head?
Especially when she's paying all the bills. You can't be biting the hand that feeds you, literally feeding you.
I know,
Literally
it's like horrible. Like, I
But Your
feel
Honor,
like a
she's
victim.
painting me out to be a completely different
Hold
person.
on. So I want to ask you, did she ever say to you, these are my rules inside my house. I'll give you permission to go out and you abide by these rules that she was talking about earlier?
She does try to treat me like a slave. I have a perimeter around my laptop, around my desk where I work, and she has to stay at least 2 feet.
What do you mean perimeter? Like combs and velvet ropes?
What I mean is I put the printer and along with the file cabinet on each side of my desk, you know, because she's kind of clumsy, irresponsible, and she's volatile. You know what I mean? She's like a liability. And on this particular day, she asked me if she could borrow my laptop to get online, which she was already at my desk that I already quarantined off. Bam, I heard a huge, you know, I heard the computer fall to the ground. I asked her what happened. You know, at first she didn't really deny it. She just had this face, like this little face that she be making.
Can I see that face again?
So it's something like this, something like this, something like. She's a hater, Your Honor. She hates everything.
Why should I have to not use a computer? Like, and then
So
the
this
cords.
quarantine area that he's talking about.
The cords are hanging.
It does exist?
He has about like 4 cords hanging off the computer. So then I was using it. I got up and the cords got tangled in my foot. So it was not my fault for breaking it.
You were
know?
using it?
If I knew how to use it, I wouldn't have asked him.
You felt that she did wreck your computer on purpose?
She broke the computer on purpose. I told her no, and 2 steps later, I heard it fall. There's no way that she wrapped her leg around.
She has a history of damaging your stuff?
Yes, she ripped my clothes off of my designer clothes. She's ripped jackets.
I wasn't
She scratched up
purposely.
my
I ripped it because he wasn't
Mercedes-Benz.
supposed to go out that day.
Your
And
Honor, she has a history
was
of
by the
rage.
door, and I pulled him, and it accidentally ruined this.
I got you, man. I have to look at your computer.
Yes,
See the damage.
please,
No,
Your
don't
Honor.
move. I got Jody to come to you.
You have to plug it in order to see the damage.
We got a little electricity around here.
Okay, here you go. I paid for this laptop with my hard-earned money. She already knows she's not supposed to go anywhere around it. As you can see, she broke the CD player, doesn't close anymore. The screen is unusable. It just zaps out by itself, you know, without...
I see the damage. Do you have anything else to add?
Cords are right there. He shouldn't have had the cords right there.
He had to ask permission to go out, do whatever he wanted to do, babysit the baby, whatever. He agreed to that. I understand that. But also, within this home that you two shared, he set up himself a computer area that he quarantined off, and looks like he kept pretty pristine because he really wants his computer. And I do believe after he told you no, you did wreck his computer. So my judgment is $1,000 for this plaintiff.
Yes. Thank you, Judge.
Hi, Giselle. How are you?
I'm not so good right now.
Attention was brought to your angry face, which is a bit like this. Or something like that.
Yeah, it's a face that I make when I see him or when he talks that just makes me want to that face because
Is it like a pursed lip kind of thing? Is it a squinty eye? Can you...
No, he just makes me sick, like, ew.
Yeah, so it's more like a...
Yeah.
I did want to ask you, what days were you allowed to go out?
If you wouldn't get a lap dance at Radio Shack, don't let a stripper use your computer. Sincerely, football playing judge.